All right, so grab your Trirama. This will be the triangle on the right side. And let's talk about what's the setting. The setting of this book is, well, let's say this together, Mele Island, Alola region. Now, feel free to send me a video if I said that wrong. Now, that is a tropical paradise with some unique Pokemon. And who are our characters? Ash, Ash's mom, and Pikachu. That's who we meet at the very beginning in chapter 1. So let's ask, why was Ash on Mele Island? He is there because he's actually doing what? Okay, you're gonna have to answer that question for me in a bit. But he is there to help Professor Oak. He was to deliver a Pokemon egg to his cousin, Samson Oak. Now, I had never heard of Samson Oak before, but I did a little research. He is indeed the cousin to Professor Oak. And what does he discover at the very end of chapter 1? So let's jump ahead of that a little bit. So Ash is in the woods. He followed a Pokemon off into the woods, and he got a little lost. Ash seems to get lost often in books. And his idea was to chase this mysterious Pokemon he didn't know anything about. And he chases this Pokemon through the entire forest until he comes upon an event. And he is seeing 3 young Pokemon trainers riding these tourist Pokemon, and he comes across the Pokemon school. And at this moment, we actually get 3 more characters that come in. And I'll have you answer that question in a moment. So grab your pencils, grab your Trirama, and let's fill in the very first part of the chapter 1 summary. The chapter 1 summary, okay? The whole point, Ash is in, I'm going to put Alola region, to deliver an egg to Samson Oak. That's the main purpose of this very first chapter. This is the setting. We're in Alola region. We're in Mele Island. And Ash has a job. He and his mother are to deliver this egg, this Pokemon egg, to Samson Oak. Chapter 2. We're starting to learn more about this Pokemon school, all right? Ash discovers this Pokemon school at the very end of the book. And so chapter 2 starts with this. Has Ash heard of a Pokemon school before? Maybe, maybe not. You're going to have to think about what you know. Is he a new student to the school? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he doesn't know at all. But we have some new characters that come in. We learn about Mallow, which is a new character as well. We learn about some new Pokemon that are there as well. We also find out that Ash is learning that he really doesn't know a whole lot about Pokemon. But the biggest surprise of this whole chapter is that Z-ring right up there. He's learned that he has to win a challenge, an island challenge, in order for you and your Pokemon to receive this Z-ring for your Z moves. So chapter 2, we are introduced to new characters, okay? We're introduced to the Pokemon school, and we discover that the Z move, and this is a ring, is won by winning an island challenge. Now, these screen will not change even when I move on, so you can copy at your pace. Feel free to pause the video. This is a great moment to stop and talk about flat and round characters. Round characters are those that can tell, that we as readers can tell a lot about. So let's talk for a moment. Think for a moment what you know about Ash. Just start thinking what you know. He wants to be a Pokemon master. He's a boy. He comes from where? Who's his Pokemon? Pikachu. What is his history? He had to choose Pikachu. He went into battle with Pikachu. We know a lot about Ash. We know he's on the island because he has a job. He has to deliver this Pokemon egg to Samson Oak. We know that he has seen this school. He's interested in the school. That's a lot of information about Ash's character. That makes him a round character. Think of it as a balloon. Think of it, you're blowing up into a balloon. Okay, let's talk flat characters. What do you know about his mom? Do you know his mom's name? Do you know what his mom's look like? Do you know what color outfit she has on? Do you know why she is with Ash? Yeah, We don't know a whole lot about Ash's mom. In fact, we don't even know Ash's mom's name. So that makes her a flat character. And a flat character is not fully developed. They're really important in our stories, though, because if we didn't have Ash's mom, we wouldn't have Ash in Alola region. So she's there to move our story along. So as we go through this book, think about round characters. Think about how much information we know about those characters. And think about how little information we know is from flat characters. And sometimes I call them flat as a pancake character. That means we can't fluff them up or make them any bigger or make them into round characters because they're flat. The last one, what is a Z-ring and who has one? And does Ash get a Z-ring? Okay, so that's found in chapter 2. So take a moment and flip to chapter 2. Let's do some little reading together here. So this Z-ring, I did not know a lot, and you probably know more than I do. So Ash is joined by Mallow and Lily and Lana, who carried his Popplio, and which is a sea lion Pokemon. And then they meet Kawi. And Kawi has this really cool band on his wrist. We are on page 15. Go and I'll read with you. Ash notices a cool band around Kawi's wrist. It contained a crystal. Professor Cookie explained that the band was called a Z-ring. It was made of square metal plates with a crystal in the largest plate. Kawi had earned the Z-ring in a ceremony called the Island Challenge, and now he and Charizard were able to do an epic, overpowering move called a Z move. Ah, we just learned what is a Z move and where do you get this Z ring at. There was so much to learn about the Pokemon of Alola region. Ash hoped he and Pikachu would have enough time on their vacation to learn it all. That wraps up chapter 2. So we learn a few things. We find out where this Z ring comes from and how you make your Z move. That's an important part of our exposition. This is setting the base of this book. So if Ash is really curious about our image here, the Z ring, to make a Z move, make a prediction and send me a chat in the classroom. What do you think your Z move would be? If you could create any Z move you want, take a moment and think about it and send me a chat later today about what your Z move would be. Okay, you guys are doing awesome. Ah, do you see that Tapu Koko on there? Yeah, we've made it to chapter 3. Ooh, we meet an amazing Pokemon in this chapter. And who is he? Send me a chat. It's Tapu Koko. You are right. And you know, Ash is really interested in Tapu Koko, but it's kind of strange how Tapu Koko comes about and meets Ash. So he's outside the Pokemon school and he sees something flash in the air. It's colorful, it's bright, it's got big patterns, and it's really fast. And it excited Ash. He's like, whoa, it gave him a thrill. And then it disappeared. So Ash knew he had seen it, but he wasn't sure, and he felt that the Pokemon had been watching him, observing him, and it was just there, he said. He kept insisting this to Sophocles. It was a Pokemon for sure. It was yellow and about this big, he mentioned, and he showed it had an orange crest on its head, and he could still see it in his mind. I'm on page 18. The rest of the group was so skeptical. That means they were uncertain of what he had seen. But Professor Cookie frowned and said, that sounds like a Tapu Koko Kawe finished. You saw a Tapu Koko, guardian of the Meleme Island, Lily questioned. She was amazed. Wow, a guardian. That's what that was? Ash replied. So Ash has never heard of these guardian Pokemon. He's never seen or experienced on it. So why is Ash so interested in this Pokemon? It's new and different. Remember when he comes to Alola, he's on an island, he's left Kanto, he's left all those other Viridian and Pallet Town, he's left all these places that he knows. And the Pokemon are different, and the Pokemon are bigger, and the Pokemon look different. So this is a whole new world to him. So on page 19, Ash spotted high above. So he climbed a tall staircase that wound up a lush hillside, and at the top he found an empty plaza. Tapu Koko hovered above the plaza. Ash was in awe. Tapu Koko floated in the air without flapping its wide, curved rings, and the Pokemon looked at Ash. Top of page 20, guys. Its markings made it look like a warrior, bold and proud. He felt a connection. How come only I can see you? Is there something you want to tell me? And the majestic Pokemon cooed again. Then it released something from its wing. What did it give? Do you guys know? It was a band with a brilliant crystal in the center. Whoa, that looks just like Kaiway when he was wearing, Ash said. He looked up at the spirit guardian. Tapu Koko gave a small nod. Right over on page 21. When Ash reached out and grabbed the band, it sent a rush of electricity through him. A gleaming light circled all around the Z-ring. Ash could tell it was powerful, but he didn't fully understand why. He had many more questions, but the spirit guardian gracefully flew away, leaving Ash and Pikachu alone. Whoa. Into chapter 3 suspenseful. So what is the big happening? Chapter 3, Ash is given what is he given, guys? He is given a Z-ring by Tapu Koko. But I'm going to add a sentence here. Ash does not know why he was given the ring. All right, let's make some predictions. In the chat today and following on the quiz on the diagram that's going to happen, tell me why you think Ash was given this Z-ring. I mean, this is setting up our problem right now of our story. Ash has a Z-ring. He's really into these moves. He really is interested in what's happening, but he doesn't know why. So our story problem becomes he wants to know more about the Tapu Koko. He wants to learn to do these amazing Z moves. Okay, guys, we're